welcome to another episode of the Crafty Beer channel. Hey, what have I got for you today? Yeah, you know it. I've got a stunning Sunday afternoon here in Sydney. Oh, it's a beauty. I don't even know how warm it is, but it's warm. So, yes, thank God, good weather. Weather forecast over. What have I got for you beer-wise? That's what you're here for. Well, interesting one for you today. You guys know the drill by now. Good friend Luke puts a pack of beers together, and I've got an endless supply of videos. Now on this one, he sort of said, I want you to review the Pilsner that I've put in there first. Like, hey, I have no problem with that there. I love my Pilsners. Beautiful day, as I say. Let's get on to the Pilsner. Now, I will say, I think he might have tricked me again here. And I'll explain that further on. But I think you're being cheeky, Luke. And if you go back maybe 2 or 3 videos, maybe about 3 videos back, I did a Pilsner. It was a very confusing one. It wasn't the type of Pilsner that I'm into, and I have a sneaky feeling he's at it again today. But before we get on to that, let's talk about the brewery, explain why I've got more beer sitting on the side here, and yeah, we'll get on with it. And then Dean wants to drink a beer because it's been a long day of cleaning and doing stuff, so I'm thirsty. All right, what have we got? Stoic Brewing. There we go. We'll put that over there for you so you can see it. There we go. All right, who are they? I will say I do know who they are. It's one of the rare things that Lucas got beers from a brewery, and he obviously had some sort of deal, hence the reason why I've got a few of them here, but I'm only tasting the Pilsner. Stoic, started by father and son, cheat notes. Father and son, Steve and Andrew Prosser. They founded it in 2018. Now, I will say, I'm hopeless with time. I have no concept of when I did anything. I've been here because a few years ago I was coming home from Bateman's Bay down South Coast, driving back up, New Year's Day it was, and I was looking for somewhere to stop pretty much halfway on the way back to Sydney, and this brewery was open. So popped in, had a beer and a burger. Very nice, was very happy with it, took a growler home, and I could have swore it was called a lawnmower lager or something, I don't know, but it got me because I was going home to cut my grass, so I took that home, and it was very good as well. I'm not a huge lager fan, and I can see Luke shaking his head going, you love lagers. Craft lagers, yes, not these big macro things, but anyway, I've been there. And it must have been since 2018 because I don't know if it was pre-COVID or whatever, I can't remember. But it was a while ago. They must have been fairly new, and I really liked the setup. So I'm very excited that Luke got some beers from it. He's obviously ordered a pack in from them. So you can see here, and these are going to be future videos. What's this one here? This is the Pale Ale. There you go. And this one is then the Hazy, isn't it? The Hazy Pale. Oh, excited about that. Love my hazies. That's going to come up soon. I'm going to do that soon. Yeah, for sure. Okay, but anyway, focus back on this. So, they started it in 2018. They're based in Gerringong, but they've got 2 places now. So, Gerringong and Shell Harbour. So, well done. They've obviously been doing very well and stepping it up. Now, when I looked on the website, they've got a ton of beers available, tons. Now, it looks like there's probably a few core, the usual. These are probably the cores here, and not the Irish group, core beers, and dad jokes all around the place. Anyway, these are probably the core beers. They had a lot of specials by the look of it as well. They had fest beers and all that stuff. So I think it'd be worth popping in, and probably next time I'm heading down towards Bateman's Bay or coming back, I think it's going to be worth the pop in. What is this one? This is their New Zealand Pilsner. Now, as I say, I love my Pilsners. I'll crack this open. But I think where Lukey has tried to trick me here is I like my European Pilsners. And this one says on the website, now it's won an award in 2025, so that's pretty good. But it says New Zealand twist on the Pilsner. So it says the traditional Pilsner is herbal and has spicy hops, but this has been replaced with tropical, fruity New Zealand hops. Now, that one that we did just previously, and I'll put the name in and I'll put in the snippet of the video, not a snippet of it, but the thumbnail, I guess. And look, That one disappointed me, I must say. I like the idea of it, but it was probably sort of a pale ale, sort of a pilsner, sort of like, I don't know, it was all over the place and it was super expensive. So let us pour this boy out and we'll have a look, because I think I've talked for about 5 minutes and not even showing you a beer. Smash, 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 come on. Get out, get out, get out. There you go. Okay, all out. And I am getting aromas. There we go. Just about fits in my little glass. Let's pop her up here for you so you can have a look. Look at that there. It looks good, doesn't it? Does it look like a Pilsner? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't look like a Pilsner. Good carbonation. Probably a little bit too dark for Pilsner. But anyway, who knows? I'm not really thinking about that at the moment. I'm just thinking about the beer, and I can get the aromas. Didn't say on the site what hops they've used, so if I can see that and find it, I'll pop them in, okay? But in the meantime, oh, the aroma, beautiful. Actually, check the can. Oh, suspense for a little bit longer. Does it say on the can? Okay. We've got the usual gibberish, so I'll give it to you. Bouncing with citrus, passion fruit, hints of gooseberry, and a touch of bready malt sweetness, this New Zealand Pilsner has a refreshing bitterness and a dry, crisp finish. So slip on your jandals, ha Kiwis. Fill the chili bin, which I'm assuming is an esky, and dream of long summer days at the batch chur. Right, I completely butchered that. Now I've offended the Kiwis as well. Apologies. What's the medal they've won? There it is on the back, if you can see it. How's my light going? There, that's probably better. Says Melbourne Royal 2025 Australian International Beer Awards, and it's a gold medal. So hey, that's exciting. 5%er. Let's see how you go. Let's get into it then. Get into it. Yep, very nice. It's not a Pilsner. It's nice. It tastes like a pale ale. That's what I'm thinking. That's a pale ale. I'm just waiting to see, aftertaste wise, is there that sort of slight bitterness that you would get off a Pilsner? Not really. No, it's like a mild pale ale. I will say again, that's nice. It is a good beer. And it's better than the one that I had before. That other Pilsner was really weird, really strange, some flavours in it that I didn't really get. This one, maybe there's a bit of a twang afterwards, but I don't know. Like that's just a pale ale, man. What do you get when you take a Pilsner and put fruity hops in it? You get a pale ale. That's what you get. That's a pale ale. Do I have anything else? IBU's 39. That's a reasonable height. I'm not really getting any bitterness though. But look, it's a good beer. It's not a Pilsner. Do you know, I'd be almost tempted, but I won't, to crack that. I'd be almost tempted to crack that and say, what is the difference? What is the difference between the pale ale and the Pilsner? I will actually review that, so we will find out, and I'll probably do it next. Maybe even after this video. Who knows? But I don't see a lot of difference in what I would expect out of a pale ale. Maybe, I'm not getting any bitterness. Nothing. Nah. Looky, you demanded that I review this one. Was it a bit of humour, or were you just seeing if I would like it? I do like it, but it's a pale ale, not a Pilsner. What's your thoughts? Shove it in there. Let me know. Anyone else that's got this pack, what do you think of this one? Have you cracked it yet? And if you have, give me some of your thoughts on it. Huh? Now, before I rate it, this may well impact my rating here, and it shouldn't, but it might. I'm going to tell you how much it costs. They're very strange. They've sort of upset me and then made me happy. They've gone 4-pack, upset, 24 bucks. A little bit on the higher end, but not too bad. 24 pack. That's a proper case. 125 Australian dollars. 125 for a case of beer. Nah, no thanks. Go back and watch my video about expensive craft versus cheap and whether it's worth it. And I would say straight off that this here does not taste like a $125 case. It does not. I'm sorry, it does not. It's good. You know, if you charge me 60, 70 bucks for the case, I'd say, it's all right, I'll have a go. But you're almost double that. No thanks. Let's move on to the review. Okay, what do I do? Right. I can't even put it in the Pilsner bracket. It doesn't rate. It's a 6. It's a maximum 6. Maximum 6. Could even be a 5.5. Hang on. Five and a half. It's a nice, easy look. I would say barbecue, stinking hot. Got a couple of these in the esky. You're a happy man. You knock them down. Was it 5%? Decent percentage. You knock them down all day. No problem. The fact that you've paid 125 bucks to put them in that esky would make you feel sick. So I would say that if I went along and got one of those generic ones that is brewed on behalf of Woolies or whatever, and that's costing me 50 bucks for a case, I'd be as happy. So good effort, Stoic. I'm a big fan, and I'm excited to get into these, especially the hazy. I'm a big hazy man. But you failed on this one. Sorry, that's missed the mark. Sorry. I'm not rubbishing the beer, it's drinkable. It's just price versus what it's supposed to be. Doesn't work for me. Anyway, you've ruined my Sunday, Luke. I'm going to have to drink another beer now to get this back. I'm joking. Anyway, I'm going to move on. Too much jibber jabber. I did almost finish it, by the way, and I will finish it in a second. So it's not that bad. It's just not, for the price that they're charging for it, it doesn't hit the mark. I'm sorry, it doesn't hit the mark. Anyway, and if you went to buy a Pilsner, you would be disappointed. Yeah, you would. Yeah. Anyway, I would anyway. Comments, please. I'm talking gibberish as usual. Are you going to tell me, Dana, what the hell? You don't know anything? That's fair enough. I don't. But put a few comments in there. Let's have a bit of a chat. And if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. I'm going to leave it at that. We're going to go Slainte and step it up on the Pilsners. Slan.